Hello to crochet lover, my name is Dasha and welcome back to my channel. Recently there was a video on my channel about Cinderella top where I showed the yarn and how it inspired me. Well, that wasn't the only yarn in this shop that sparked the idea. I also spotted this light purple yarn with a light yellow thread and I instantly thought about Rapunzel. So here we are, making this top with ribbons that you can wear in two ways. With a ribbon in the front or in the back. I spent a bit more time on this top because I was using 3.5mm hook, but I think it's absolutely worth it. So now let's get to work. For the materials you will need about 300 grams of size 2 yarn. I'm using this ombre yarn in the Rapunzel style with her signature colors. I forgot to show an accent yarn here, but you will also need about 50 grams of white or just lighter color yarn. You will also need a 3.5mm hook, 2 meters of ribbon, stitch markers, and a measuring tape. First, make a chain according to the desired height of your top. I made 36 chains for the sample I'm holding, but you can make more or fewer if you want your top to be longer like a corset or shorter like a crop top or bra. Take your hook and start making a chain. It doesn't really matter whether you make an even or odd number of chains, but using an even number will make it easier to create spaces for the lace later. As I mentioned before, I made 36 chains. Now chain 1 as a turning chain and work single crochet into each chain stitch until the end of a row. When you finish the row, chain 1 and turn. Remember to chain 1 at the end of each row. Now let's take a closer look at the stitches. You will see the V shape, which has a front loop and the back loop. We will be working into the back loops only for all rows. Because of this stitch pattern, the final piece will be stretchy, so if you are not sure whether your top is wide enough, keep in mind that this stitch stretches a lot. Now when you reach the last stitch, make a single crochet into the back loop, into the last stitch. Then chain 1 and turn. You can already see how our stitch pattern looks like. Now let's continue making single crochet into the back loops only, all across our rows. You should continue making our rows until you are ready to start making the strap. I made around 20 rows before the strap. When you reach the desired width of your front pattern, it's time to make a strap. To do this, simply continue making chains after you finish the row. For my strap, I made 60 chains. Keep in mind that this number of chains cannot be changed later, so I recommend making slightly fewer chain that you think you will need. The strap will stretch over time and reach a desired length anyway. So when you're ready to make a strap, simply don't turn, but make the desired length strap. I will make 60 chains. I already made my 60 chains. Now, chain 1 and turn. Work single crochet across until you reach your breast part. When you reach the base of your front part, continue making chains into the back loop only. And when you reach the end, chain 1, turn, and continue working single crochet back loops only all across your strap. Then you should make the desired width of your strap. I made 4 rows. 1, 2, 3. Yes, I made 4 rows. Now you can see that the front part consists only of single crochet worked into the back loops, along with the strap. You can make your strap wider by simply adding more rows of single crochet. I recommend making between 4 and 6 rows. When you're satisfied with your strap width, fasten off and repeat all the steps for another front part. For the back part, take your underbust measurement and divide it by 2. My underbust measurement is around 80 centimeters, so 80 divided by 2 is 40 centimeters. Then subtract 10 centimeters from this number. 40 minus 10 will be 30. This is the width of the back section you need to reach. For me, to reach this measurement, I need to make about 55 rows. Once the calculation is done, take the same chain number you used for the front parts and start working single crochet in the back loops only. Continue making rows until you reach the back measurement you calculated earlier. When you're done with all your parts for your top, let's determine where is the right side and where is the wrong side. In this pattern, actually there is no big difference between those sides, but on the wrong side you can see V on our stitches in upside down. And on the right side you can see our stitches in a normal V. So this is our face side with a regular V. And this is our wrong side with upside down V. Now put your pieces with the wrong side facing each other. Now we have to connect our straps with the back part using slip stitches. Make sure that the spaces before straps are equal. Take your stitch markers and mark the rows where you will start connecting the straps to the front part, to the back part, I'm sorry. For the second front part I didn't fasten enough, so I still have a loop with the yarn. Start connecting your strap with the slip stitches right into the marked stitch. If you're also starting connecting the left strap and the left part first. This is how our connection will look like on the wrong side of the top and on the right side on the top. Repeat the same steps for the other strap, but this time start connecting the strap a few rows before the stitch marker. My strap is 4 rows, so I insert the yarn into the first row counting right from the stitch marker. Secure your thread with a knot and start connecting your strap with the back part with the slip stitches. When you connected your strap, fasten up. Now, when our base parts are done, prepare your accent color, which can be white or milk white, or just the same color but lighter, whatever you want. We are going to start making the edging from the right strap on the back part, then continue straight to the front part, creating spaces for the ribbon along the borders. Next, work back to the right strap and the back part. Continue the edging along the bottom to the left side and move from the left strap to the front part, again creating spaces for the ribbon along the borders. Finally, work from the front left strap back to the starting point on the back part and fasten off in the same place where you began. With the right side facing you, attach your lighter yarn, your accent yarn, into the corner of your right strap. Insert your thread and make a knot to secure the yarn. Also make a chain 1 to secure and work single crochet into the next stitch. Now yarn over and work half double crochet into the next stitch. Now yarn over again and work another half double crochet into the same stitch. Now repeat. Make single crochet into the next stitch and make 2 half double crochet into the next. So basically the pattern of our edges is the same: 1 single crochet and 2 half double crochet in one stitch. Continue making this pattern until you reach the front part. When you reach your front part, continue working 1 single crochet and 2 half double crochet into one stitch until you reach this corner. On this border we are going to make spaces for our ribbon, so the pattern will be a bit different from our single crochet and 2 half double crochet in one stitch. While working on the regular edging pattern, I decided to switch from a wooden hook to a metal one. I really enjoy working with wooden hooks, especially when using light yarns. However, if your yarn tends to fray a bit, a wooden hook can be too sharp and make the situation worse. Metal hooks usually have a smoother shape, making them more comfortable to use with fraying yarn. Before starting the border, we need to place stitch markers in the spots where you want the places for the ribbon to be. Since I made 36 stitches at the very beginning, I decided to put a stitch marker on every 6 stitch, which gives me 6 marked stitches in total. It is not necessary to place the markers at perfectly equal intervals. You can mark the stitches however you like. The only rule is to remember where and how you place them, so you can mark the same spots for the next borders. You can make intervals between spaces bigger or smaller, it really depends on your preferences. Right into the corner, make 2 half double crochet and 1 double crochet. Since my first stitch marker is right around the corner, I make chain 1, remove the marker, skip that marked stitch and work double crochet into the next stitch. Then I'll continue working double crochet until the next stitch, which means I should make 4 more double crochet. I repeat this pattern all along the border. I work 5 double crochets between the stitch markers, and at each stitch marker I make a chain 1, skip a stitch, and then continue with a double crochet into the next stitch. When you reach the end of the border, make 2 double crochets into the same stitch to turn your work. Now you can clearly see the spaces we created for the ribbons. Continue working single crochets and 2 half double crochets into the same space until you reach the next border of the front part. When you reach the next border, take your stitch markers and place them in the same positions as you did the first time. I marked 6 stitches initially, so this time I will also mark 6 stitches again, keeping a 5 stitch interval between them. After creating the spaces for the borders, continue working the regular edging along the back part of the top, repeating the pattern of a single crochet and 2 half double crochets into the same stitch. Again, 2 half double crochet into the corner, and 1 double crochet to turn our work. Put our stitch markers to the same spaces you put them previously. Now make a chain 1, skip our marked stitch, and work double crochet until the next marked stitch. Continue until the end of the border, until you reach the strap. Now when you reach your last stitch marker, chain 1, remove the stitch marker, skip, double crochet, and now continue working our pattern. 2 double crochet, 2 half double crochet into 1, a single crochet, 2 half double crochet, a single crochet, and continue until you reach your back panel. Then continue working this pattern until this corner. Now you reach the border of the front part. Continue making the same spaces you made on the front borders, creating spaces with double crochets. You also should make the same number of spaces and with the same intervals you made before. So 2 half double crochet into the same space, into the same stitch, 1 double crochet, and start making the spaces. For now we have added edging to half of the top. Next we need to repeat all the steps for the other half. Continue making single crochets and 2 half double crochet along the bottom of the top, then create spaces along the other border of the back panel, move to the front part of the top and work edging along the straps. When you reach the front, create spaces using stitch markers, then make spaces again. Repeat the same step on the other side. Go back to the back part of the top and work on the straps. Finish the back part. This will bring you back to the place where you started. And this is the place where you have to fasten up. I finished the edging on the other half of the top, and now the only thing I need to do is to finish the back part and make a slip stitch into the very first single crochet of the edging, and of course fasten up. We have finished the crochet part of this top, and now I highly recommend blocking it before adding the ribbon. My top turned out just a bit too big for me, so I blocked it in the washing machine at 60 degrees Celsius. If you made your top with acrylic yarn, or if you are happy with its size, I recommend using a steamer or an iron with steam instead. Take your ribbon and divide it into 3 equal pieces. I had 2 meters of ribbon, so I cut approximately 60 centimeters for each piece. Start threading your ribbon through the spaces we made along the borders. Repeat the step with the other 2 ribbons you cut before. The second ribbon goes through the spaces on the side, and the third one goes through the spaces in the middle. I'm finishing adding the ribbon to the middle, and right after that you can try on the top. After blocking, I was completely satisfied with its shape and fit, so blocking is definitely an important step. Now your top is ready! I'm in love with these cute ribbons and the overall look. Thank you for watching my video. Don't forget to hit the like button and follow me on Instagram for more content. See ya!